What up world, it's BK here, and in this video, we're gonna tell you that we're not working a miserable game anymore. That brings us to where NGT01 is. Newgrounds Takeover, that was kind of the idea for Miserable Game, is we would start creating a series of games that would help us create something and get popular amongst that audience. Because when I was little, I would play a lot of Newgrounds games, and I think that it's a cool platform. But my life has changed massively in the last couple years, and it's not really... I don't really have the luxury to... I'm sure all of you trying to make games or making games out there have desires and aspirations to have your games, support your lifestyle. Given the opportunity to work with a talented programmer, Juan, I thought that it would be... Here's what happened. Juan came to me and said, "Hey, I think that we should work together and make a card game." And obviously that spoke very deeply to me because I am a card game creator. That from the when I think of games, I think of them in terms of card games. It's just how I've always developed that games. I originally wanted to make something like on the scale of Magic the Gathering or Pokemon, and it's not that I have dropped those aspirations. It's that there's, aside from like the creative side of things and the skills required to actually develop and produce something, there's a lot of other factors involved. So having the opportunity of the scene. So we're building a tower defense card game that you will have your deck you can think of as... So you will have a deck of cards we're going to call schematics, and schematics are cards that will be placed onto the board. So you see here, so like this test card. So a schematic will be a card that's on the board, and then you place the resources required for that card on it, and then it will create the card, and then it will like summon the card, I guess. So if you think in terms of Magic, you might have like mana, and then you spend the mana to actually play the card from your hand. In this game, there is no hand. You have a base, and there's a day cycle system, and there's waves that happen. So waves will last for a amount of time, and then those enemies will come in and attack. So that's kind of like the core of what the game is. And currently what we've been working on is the effect system and how we will be building the cards. And from my part, I'm primarily focused on the system side of things. Like, I'm building the architecture for the game, as well as all the data structures and the balancing of the cards and how they will play and affect. My partner in this game, Juan, he will be primarily working on the visual styling and aesthetics of the game, as well as all of the programming and involved with moving and placing cards. So together we will have a really strong team where I can set up a lot of the structure and how the game plays and works, and he can make it feel and look really well. Both things are equally difficult and require a lot of programming, so it's nice to have a partner in this, which is the main reason why I wanted to pursue this opportunity and move away from Miserable Game. Because it's time for me to grow and evolve past this hobbyist game developer. I'm 36 years old now, and I literally have been making games since I was like small. And yeah, it's just... I don't know when this game will be completed. We are taking our time with it. There's no rush. I want this game to be fun and enjoyable. We'll be doing an early access. we're going to take a lot of feedback, and eventually the game will be cooperative. Or sorry, eventually the game will have a versus mode. I'm a huge fan of asymmetrical gameplay and have developed multiple asymmetrical games. Things like Netrunner or Overwatch both implement asymmetrical gameplay. But that's for a later time. If you've watched any of these videos, appreciate you hanging out with us. And I know things are a little slow and strange right now, but hit the subscribe button and follow along.